They say the brightest lights form in the darkest places. Mine was born from desk glow and restless nights. I once believed security meant a stable paycheck and a steady rise. But over time, routine turned into a cage. My most vivid realization? That time was a commodity, and I was spending it on something I didn't actually want. In this video, I'll share how losing $20,000 in one day transformed not just my bank balance, but my entire money mindset, and how you can shift from being employed to building something meaningful, scalable, and self-sustaining. I started my adult life like most. College, debt, a financial analyst gig making $48,000 a year. I felt proud, but also trapped. 5 days a week of predictable work, 2 days to breathe, week after week. I spent lunch hours sneaking glances at Instagram reels of people freelancing in Bali or running side hustles. I envied them, not for the money, but for the freedom. Then on a typical Thursday team meeting, my boss praised someone for working late 3 nights in a row. When did exhaustion become a sign of success? That evening I asked Google, how to escape the 9 to 5. That question launched a side hustle quest that slowly cracked the shell of the employed mindset. I dipped a toe into the side hustle waters by selling thrifted finds on eBay. $5, $8 profits, barely noticeable, but each sale felt like mine. I controlled the listing, the pricing, the shipping. That autonomy thrilled me more than a bonus check ever could. Next, I tried freelance writing, $20 per blog post after work hours. I barely slept for months, but I felt alive in a way the office never gave me. With each gig, I shed layers of employee identity. I began to call myself a creator, a seller, a freelancer. My perspective shifted. Money wasn't just payment, it was validation that I could design my own path. I recognized the difference. In traditional employment, time buys money. In self-employment, systems and creativity generate income, sometimes while you sleep. But not all growth comes through triumph. I got caught in the allure of fast money, options trading, crypto trades, risky leverage. I watched my balance grow. $3,000 to $8,000 to $12,000 to $20,000. I reinvested everything. Allen to my risk tolerance turned mute. And then came the worst day of my financial life. I put it all on the line in one earnings bet. Analysts were bullish. Reddit enthusiasm was through the roof. But the company missed expectations. When the market opened, it collapsed. My $20,000 evaporated in 6 brutal hours. I stared at my screen. $1,800 left. In that moment, belonging shifted. I lost not just cash, but the illusion that freedom came from speculation alone. It came from systems, resilience, and purpose. I went dark. No trading, no social media, just reflection. For 2 weeks, I wrote how I lost $20,000 in a day and what I learned. I laid bare my mistake. No stop loss, no risk management, no diversification, only overconfidence. I posted it anonymously on Reddit, expecting little more than a shrug. But comments poured in. People resonated deeply. This saved me from blowing out my account. This is real finance talk. Thank you for transparency. One reader passed my essay to a fintech newsletter editor. They offered $300 per article for honest content. No fluff. That first check changed my financial narrative. I no longer needed a risky bet to earn money. I could teach, inform, and monetize honesty. What I learned is more than income. It's a shift in identity. 1. From scarcity to abundance. Employees think scarcity. Don't rock the boat. Don't get fired. Entrepreneurs work from abundance. Risk smartly, pivot fast, build networks. 2. Time versus leverage. Employed life sells hours. Self-employed life builds assets and systems that scale. 3. Failure as curriculum. My $20,000 loss taught more than any market rally. It taught humility, discipline, and emotional control. 4. Authenticity compounds. Sharing real lessons, not sales pitches, builds lasting trust and brand loyalty. 5. Build before you leap. Never quit your job without scaffolding. Side hustle first, prove model, then scale. If you want to shift your mindset, write your story, Document your biggest failure or fear. Publish it honestly. People connect with honesty more than veneer. Start a system. Build something that generates value even when you're away. Newsletter, digital products, templates. Invest in yourself. Read financial and mindset books. Join mastermind groups. Attend micro courses. Scale slowly. Test your offerings. Gather feedback. Refine messaging. Manage risk. Know when to involve stop loss. Diversify income streams. Maintain an emergency buffer. When you step out of employment, a different set of traps appears. Now it's not the manager breathing down your neck, it's comparison. Scrolling through creators flashing $100,000 months, launch screenshots, podcast appearances. I fell into this trap fast. I thought, if I'm not doing six figures in 6 months, am I even legit? Truth is, most of what you see online is marketing, not reality. The real self-employed grind is messy, uncertain, and often lonely. But here's what matters. Consistency beats virality, service beats flexing, and your unique voice beats any generic hustle advice. Let's kill a myth. Passive income is not passive to build. I once thought I'd slap a $27 ebook on Gumroad and rake in dollars while I slept. What actually happened? Zero sales. Until I understood this. Passive income needs active intention. Copywriting, traffic, lead magnets, funnels, audience trust. My newsletter drove sales. My lead magnets captured emails. My tweets educated. That ecosystem is what made a $27 product sell 100 plus copies. Passive income works, but only once you've built engines, not wishful thinking. Forget numbers. Focus on connection. My first 1,000 newsletter subscribers converted better than my first 10,000 followers on social media. Why? Because I wrote for them. I replied to every email. I showed my face. I told the truth, not a highlight reel. You don't need millions to build a movement. You need resonance. Think about this. 100 people paying you $25 a month is $2,500 a month. That's rent. That's groceries. That's creative freedom. Aim to matter, not just grow. Scaling is tempting, but dangerous if done wrong. I tried launching 3 products in 1 month. Guess what happened? Burnout, refunds, a confused audience. So I stepped back. I focused on one product at a time. I beta tested, collected testimonials, launched again. Scaling with integrity means saying no to shortcuts. It means over-delivering, listening, adjusting. It's not sexy, but it's sustainable. And sustainability is what keeps creators in business long after the trends die. One of the hardest but most powerful steps? Delegating. I was terrified to hire help. What if they mess it up? What if I can't afford it? But truth is, not hiring was costing me more. Time, stress, slow growth. I started small, a $50 designer on Fiverr, then a $10 an hour virtual assistant to handle my emails and scheduling. Suddenly I had time to focus on product strategy, not admin work. Your first hire isn't an expense, it's a multiplier. Start slow, build trust, systemize, and scale. Let's talk about what no one tells you. Even when you're making $10,000 a month, you can feel broke. Why? Because 1 month might bring in $8,000, the next $2,000. That feast or famine cycle creates deep financial anxiety, especially after the false comfort of a steady paycheck. In employment, success was external: promotions, titles, salaries. As a self-employed creator, success became internal. Did I create today? Did I serve? Did I protect my energy? Success wasn't just numbers. It was taking Tuesdays off to go hiking. It was building without burnout. It was being present with my partner during dinner. Redefining success saved me from chasing what I didn't want. It grounded me in enough. It freed me from endless striving. If you're still stuck in a 9 to 5 that drains you, hear me. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just not built for their system. You're built to create your own. Start with 1 hour a day. Build something. Write, sell, teach, share. One action at a time. And know this, freedom doesn't come from quitting your job overnight. It comes from owning your time, your story, your worth. Start now. Build the bridge. Walk it at your own pace. I'll be here when you do. Hit subscribe if this resonated. Share your own money mindset shift in the comments. I read every message.